Cheers.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Ringling Brothers Barnum & Bailey Circus Red Unit train set. My name is Brett, if you haven't met me at the club yet. I'm the train master here. This is Junior, he's one of my head mechanics.
Yes, sir.
We have my assistant train master, Josh, hanging around. We've got a couple of the mechanics hanging around. We've got some of the porters hanging around. The head porter will be around as well. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. Feel free to hang out with us as long as you'd like. This is one of two identical train sets that travels the country all year long. The red unit and blue unit. We are 60 cars long, 5,428 feet without the power, which makes us the second longest privately owned train in the world. The first privately owned train in the world, longest, is the blue unit. They are longer than we are by 89 feet. They have one more coach than we do. Here on this train set, we house all the performers, we transport all the animals, all of our equipment, and everything that we need to provide the show to the general public. Where you are right now is the heartbeat of the Ringling Brothers Barnum & Bailey Circus. If it wasn't for these guys that work on this train every day, this show would not move. What you guys are about to see, if you haven't been to the tour before, is a very rare backstage tour of how this show actually moves and works. We don't normally allow people to come here because the thing that we need to remember is this is our home. All 35 coaches are living quarters. We don't have another house when we're on the road. We don't live in RVs. We don't go someplace else. This is where we live. You know, we'll show you a couple of rooms, which normally doesn't happen. I'll let you come into my house and see how the upper crust lives, so to speak. But if at any time you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. Where we are right now, this car is one of our 3 shop cars. This car here that we're standing in front of right now is where we do all of our exterior maintenance and repair. In here we do all of our brake work, we do all of our own COT and S work, we do all of our own truck repair, we do all of our own external repair and all the machining that we need to maintain this train. The Ringling Brothers Barnum & Bailey Circus trains are all self-sufficient, meaning that we do not contract out for any of the repairs that we do. We do all of our own maintenance on the train. We have 14 people on the train crew that work full-time, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, doing nothing but maintaining this train. We are the largest private rail crew in the world as well. All combined between the 2 train crews, the support personnel in Palmetto, and the personnel that we have doing all of the routing, all of the way billing and everything for the train, we have 60 people who do nothing but work on and maintain and deal with the movements of this circus train. All of these cars that we have all came out of active railroad service. They've all been purchased by Ringling and then purpose rebuilt for what we need. So we get, we'll buy a car, for example. This car right here came off of Union Pacific. It was actually a baggage car to begin with. When the show bought it, we took it down to our rail recycling facility in Palmetto, Florida, and rebuilt it as a shop car specifically for what we need. Every single one of these cars was purpose-built for what we need, and we do still, to this day, have shells in Palmetto that we rebuild for whatever we need, and then when a car comes out of service, they take that back to Palmetto, and it goes into the recycling fleet to be rebuilt when we need it. On the drawing table right now, and in production in Palmetto, we have a new generator car, and we have a new pie car, which is our dining car. So what we're going to do is we'll walk the length of the train. I'll tell you a little bit about some of the cars. We'll go into some of the cars. We'll go into the pie car. We'll take you into the 2 shop cars. We'll take you into the generator car. We'll show you around a little bit, and then we'll meet back here. at this point, does anybody have any questions that I could answer for you while we're all in a group? Does anybody have anything that you'd like to know about the train?
You think you're ever going to have a third circus train yet?
I don't see us having a third circus train for the time being. That's not been in talks. It's not been on the drawing table. The gold unit was on rails for quite a while. And actually, the NRHS in Raritan, New Jersey, has the only lounge observation car, round end, that was ever on the circus trains. It's called the Hickory Creek. And we got that off of the New York Central 20th Century Limited, and it's actually the only New York Central observation car that ever survived because we purchased it. You know, and if you look at old photos of the train, you'll notice what we call the hospital car or the mortuary car era. We actually purchased in the 1950s. We purchased 75 cars from the United States Army Railroad, all from the hospital and mortuary train service. And this, when the train went from the original heavyweight configuration to this lightweight, heavyweight configuration that we have now, they were all hospital cars and mortuary cars from the United States Military Railroad Service.
Who owns Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey now?
Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus is owned by Feld Entertainment. Feld Entertainment. Mr. Feld owns pretty much anything that you can go to see in an arena. We own Disney Live, Disney on Ice, the Monster Truck Series, Monster Jam, Nitro Cowboys, anything family oriented that you go to see in an arena, we own.
New show too.
What's that?
Marvel Universe.
Yeah, Marvel Universe. We just put that out, so that's owned by us as well.
Are you going to lose any cars when you lose the elephants?
In reality, each unit will probably lose 2 cars, but we may be gaining those 2 cars back. It's really not known at this moment, but you know, when we get rid of the elephants, they may be putting the rest of the animals back on the train, so we may get, you know, cat cars and, you know,
no elephants, you're regular entertainment, please. That's the circus, elephants.
Well, the elephants are going to be phased out as of 2018. They're going to all go to the CEC, which is the Center for Elephant Conservation, which is owned by Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus. We own the largest herd of Asian elephants in this hemisphere. And it's also one of the premier organizations for the breeding and conservation of the Asian elephant in the world.
What's the reason why you're getting rid of the elephants?
Money.
The reason that we're getting rid of the elephants, or at least phasing them out, we're not getting rid of them. They're all going to go to the CEC. But the reason why we're phasing them out is a change in the ideals of the general public. You know, we have a lot of circus fans that follow us around who have their own ideas. We have a lot of rail fans that follow us around that have their own ideas. But we really need to cater to the general public, and some of the general public have shifted their ideas about what a circus should be. So we need to change what we do in order to be able to survive.
How many days of the year are you guys on the train?
The train crew is on the train 365 days a year, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. We always have somebody on duty. If we're mid-tour, our tours are 2 years long. So if we're mid-tour, the performers and a lot of the extra personnel can go home for about a month when we're not rebuilding a new show. If we're going into what we call the winter quarters, where we're in the rebuild phase, they come into winter quarters and they've already started rehearsing for the new show before the train even gets there. So they don't really get any time that rebuild phase. But as far as the operations of the train are concerned, we are on the train every day. There is somebody from train crew here all the time. We never leave this train alone.
Does the train ever just go back to Florida and hang out?
Yes, in that mid cycle, we will go back to Florida, and we will be there for about 4 weeks.
During December.
In that rebuild phase, we will be there for 6 to 8 weeks, but that's when we do all of the heavy maintenance and repair.
are most of you employees, or all the employees, are you actually contractually held to do that, or are you free to come and go as you please? Say if it's not your thing to be on a train for 2 years, are you able to leave?
All of the train crew personnel are contractually obligated to stay on the train.
Okay.
We are a right-to-work company, which means it's like so. For example, for me, I am on this train 7 days a week, 265 days a year,
Right.
until I either decide to get off the train voluntarily or I'm asked to leave.
Or they decide, right? So
Yeah.
it's okay, but you do sign on for.
You sign on to this lifestyle.
Okay, great.
Any other questions before we get started?
Yeah, what's the hourly pay? How much do you make per hour?
All right, we have different schedules of pay.
A rookie.
It depends upon what your schedule of pay is. If you're talking about train crew wise, if you start out as a mechanic with no experience, you're going to make about $370 a week before taxes.
Food and board all included?
No, you have to pay
You
for
take
your
out
food,
meal, okay.
and you pay $1 a week to live on the train.
Okay.
Wow, that's great.
So,
Yeah.
but it depends upon what you do.
Super. Suppose you like steak and you like chicken. I mean, the food wise, your meal ticket.
Food wise, the pie car that we have 5 cordon bleu trained chefs who cook for the entire show.
Like the Navy.
So it runs just like a regular restaurant. You have a regular menu that you can order from every day of the week, and then they also have specials every day. And like one of the specials that we have when you're on train run, the special is steak and eggs. So you come into the pie car when we get off, loading the train. You can go in, you order steak to order with a couple of eggs, hash browns, toast, juice, milk, whatever you'd like. And the food is highly subsidized, so it doesn't cost us quite a lot of money. You go into breakfast. Breakfast normally costs you between $4 and $6. Lunch is between 5 and 7, and then dinner is between 6 and 10, depending upon what you get.
Tell them what the main line's called, the main meal's called.
The main line? Yeah, the main meal every day. The special is called the main line meal.
How many people live on the train?
We have right now we have 279 people that live on this train full time.
What's the breakdown?
That's not too bad.
Women against men.
I don't even know what the breakdown is off the top of my head, sir.
Never know.
Sound like fun.
But we have 33 different nations represented. We have
That's cool.
So you like the Olympics?
yes, sir.
It's like the crew of the Starship Enterprise.
Yeah. Anything else before we start our walk?
Pre-made stuff.
All right. Well, if at any time you guys have any questions, we'll answer anything that you have. We're gonna head on down that way towards the end of the train, and we'll start our tour right there. All right? All the popcorn, cotton candy, the little whirly lights that you go and spend lots of money on at the show, all that kind of stuff. This is all what we have in here. All of the flat cars that we have, the 19 cars where we put all the wagons and all of our extra equipment are the same thing. Every car on this train is 89 feet long. And we have to load it and unload it every week. This first car that we have right here, this is what we call our auxiliary car. The front half of the car is where we have our electrical and plumbing, carpentry, and inside repair shop. We do anything that needs repair from the inside of the cars in that shop. We also have an auxiliary generator in there in case of emergency. If our main generator goes down, we can power the rest of the train from a Cat 550 that is in that car. All right, everybody always asks about how the cars are made up. We have 2 different basic types of cars, what we call public and private. The 2 cars up here are what we call private. They are half cars. So each half of the car is a private apartment. When you get down past my house, which we'll go into in a minute, you have a half a car and then public cars where we get into the smaller rooms. First thing we'll do is we'll head in through our shop car. This car right here, where we were just hanging out, is our exterior shop. So in here, we do everything that we need to do for brakes, truck work, outside maintenance. We have the machine shop in there. We do anything that we need to do to rebuild this car or any car on the train. We, as a train crew, are completely 100% self-sufficient in our brake tests, our brake rebuilds, COT&S, anything that we need to do to abide by 49 CFR, we all do right here on this train. Ringling crews, Ringling certifications, everything is done by the circus train crew. So when the train's not moving, we turn into an all-purpose car shop. So we'll step up in here and we'll go through our shop car.
Let's go. Go right ahead. Don't hesitate. We follow 30.
Hey, Richard.
I'm following you. 58 since the 1980s. Back then, it was GX 58.
Let's go. I'll figure it out.
I missed Logan. I wanted to tell him that.
So this, like I said, this is the exterior maintenance shop. In here we do everything from brakes, truck work, exterior body work, and machining. You'll notice towards the back of the car we have all of our welders, all of our flat stock, everything that we need to do any sort of machining. Up here towards the center, we have all of our bolt stock, everything like that. Back behind me, we have our air brake table and our miscellaneous shop table. All of the work that we do in here is specifically for the exterior of the train. Where we're gonna go now, we'll walk through this door and you're gonna go through my office. You'll see where I do pretty much all of my work. And then you're gonna experience the longest commute known to man from my office into my house. So we'll all go through there, we'll go into the office, through my house, and then you'll get to see what a half car looks like. Once we go through the half car, we're gonna go into a public section of the train and we'll show you what one of our full staterooms look like. Our full staterooms do not have a private bathroom. Our double states and half cars and quarter cars are the ones that have private bathrooms. So as we walk through, you'll see my office, a half car, a full state, and then we'll all meet outside, all right? Anybody have any questions?
The fun-to-drive Kia Forte5 comes with an available turbocharged engine, voice-activated infotainment system, and more cargo space than the VW Golf. Autotrader.com says, for the price, you'll be hard-pressed to find comparable performance and luxury anywhere else. And right now, get 0% APR for 66 months and $1,000 bonus cash on the 2015 Forte sedan and Forte5.
So yeah, we'll be in Pennsylvania in about 2 weeks.
Cool. Enjoy.
We're gonna try.
You got the Hershey shakes. Those things are delicious.
Oh yeah.
For Army Rail. You're welcome.
I like that. I feel much better when I come on an actual train and not that stuff
Yeah. At least this one I feel safe on.
Yeah, this one's an actual train. Yours is kind of like
Look, I only been how you doing, man? It's another beautiful day.
Hey, Billy, you might derail this, okay?